I think there's a lot of thinking in the United States now trying to understand why China is behaving more assertively than in the past. And for a while there was talk about defensive assertiveness or reactive assertiveness, and now there's discussion about proactive or more offensive assertiveness. And some people try to explain Chinese behavior based on what is going on domestically in China. But there are, I think, also other reasons in having to do with China's sense that it has arrived in the world and it is time to right the wrongs of the past. And the Chinese believe that in their near seas, that their interests are paramount. This is China's core interests. And so the question is then how to change China's calculus and how to impose costs on this behavior and to compel China to use a strategy that is less threatening towards its neighbors. And the way to do that, I think we have to think about how China might be compelled to step back and what in the past has compelled China to step back. And I think that we can learn from past experience, but we have to be careful not to go too far back. Because if we look at what changed China's calculus or caused China to change its behavior in the 1990s or the early 2000s, that was a different China. And so we can only, I think, draw lessons from the more recent past. And in fact, we may be in completely new territory. Xi Jinping is a different kind of leader than Hu Jintao and even Jiang Zemin before him. He is certainly a much more powerful leader, and he is willing to take risks that prior Chinese leaders were unwilling to take. 5 years ago, I think nobody would have predicted that China would have tension in relations with the United States, Japan, the Philippines, Vietnam, all at the same time, and even some of the other claimants in the South China Sea, Malaysia, and even Indonesia, where we see some concern in those countries about some of China's naval behavior around their territory. So this is an issue that I think we have to think through more. How do we change China's calculus in the future?